The Pixel 8 Pro's design has been leaked before, and it's no surprising yes there is a difference, but we are not here to talk about that because now we can also see a real device in use, or maybe a model showing off one of its cool new feature as well, so we're getting two things. Subscribe our channel. In one video this is Pixel 8 and 8 Pro is bringing a totally different look to its devices, even though they will still have the camera visor at the back. Now that's a Pixel signature look, so yeah, keeping it. It's much less boxy compared to the Pixel 6 and the 7th design. It's more closer to the Pixel 5's design aesthetics a little bit, but one thing at the back of the Pixel 8 Pro's catering does made us confused was a tiny sensor below the flash. We had zero idea about it. We were thinking a depth sensor or maybe something else, but no, it's not actually for taking pictures but for checking your body temperature. Yeah, you heard it right, and this is something that Apple Watches 8 and even Samsung Galaxy Watch 5 and 5 Pro can do too, but the Pixel 8 Pro will do it differently, and that will not actually need your wrist. Of course, now what you have to do is that you will have to expose your skin and hold your phone very close to your forehead without even touching it and move it across the forehead and tempo. Now this is not simple using like a regular infrared thermometer, but it is still handy in certain cases and pretty cool to see. Now here's the thing, we're hearing that Pixel 8a might not even come. That makes you think, like, what is the Pixel 8 look like? Well, the Pixel 8 is expected to have a 6.16-inch screen. So yeah, it is smaller than the 6.3-inch Pixel 7, and it is very much similar to the 6.1-inch Pixel 7a. You get the point right, but the phone could be thinner, narrower and more rounded than the producers of the Pixel 7. So you will have much thinner bezels all around hopefully, and black. Certainly a small little tiny phone, pretty cool. The camera hole might also be slightly larger than the Pixel 7. I mean, there is a reason behind it. It's a big reason. The Pixel 8 Pro will also have the same design, more rounded and slimmer design. The phone even might switch from a curved screen to a flatter one. That will be a lot more interesting. The certain people might not like it, but most people will. But it actually keeps the 6.7-inch screen size of the Pixel 7 Pro, but it fits in a slightly smaller body, so hopefully multi-no bezels. The Pixel 8 series may also feature Tensor G3 chip. Now I'm actually liking the thing that Google is putting one chip in almost all the devices. This one, however, will still be made by Samsung on 3N process nodes, Samsung Foundry, and that also means the Tensor G3 will actually have a one-ARM Cortex-X3 core running at 2.36 GHz, 2 Cortex-A715 cores running at 2.6 GHz, and 4 Cortex-A510 cores running at up to 2.3 GHz. Now the Pixel 8 could still lag behind other Android phones in terms of performance if it uses this older CPUs, because you know X3R, it's old in a few months, so what you talking about? But it would still be better than the Tensor G2 chip, which is powering all the current Pixel devices, like all of them. It has 2 Cortex-X1 cores, 2 Cortex-A7 it goes, and 4 Cortex-A55 cores. But just like every single year, Google is not focused on the raw performance. It is not trying to top the benchmarking numbers, it is just trying to give you enough performance to do every single task for a few years. They're mostly focused on the AI side of things, and that is all about the NPO. The NPU is custom made by Google, and we have zero idea about it, what it can do, because we will get to know about that too. But in one area we know that Google does magic. The real magic is actually in the camera department, and according to a recent leak from Ice Universe, the Google Pixel 8 Pro will actually have a Samsung mid-camera sensor just like last year's models, but that will be the largest one ever on a Pixel phone. Let me tell you about the sensor. This is the Samsung ISOCELL GN2 sensor, which is a 1/1.12-inch sensor. It's a massive sensor for a phone, and it is a 50 megapixel sensor at 1.4 micrometer size pixels. There is a pixel bidding mode, and that creates a 12.5 megapixel photo after combining 4 pixels to 1, and this gives us an effective pixel size of 2.8 micrometer, and this is a big B improvement over the Pixel 7 Pro's 50 megapixel 1/1.31-inch sensor. Now if you want to compare this, literally the Galaxy S23 Ultra's 200 megapixel artificial HP2 sensor has actually 2.4 micrometer size pixels in the pixel bidding mode, where it actually creates 16:1 pixel bidding. Even though that technology is crazy, but it is still a smaller size pixels, a super pixel, let's call it. So definitely the ISS LGN2 with Google's camera magic, and this hardware should perform better in low light suggestions. At least on paper. Now if you don't know, the actual Cell GN2 can also take 100 megabytes of photos, so this Samsung's largest camera sensor can also record 8K 30ps videos, 4K 128ps and Full HD at 480 fps videos as well. So it definitely seems like many high-end phones are using bigger sensors at close to 1-inch sensors in size, so it makes sense for Google to do the same thing for its flagship camera phone. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about this, and what do you think about that temperature sensor? And yes, if you want, you can get some crazy cool wallpapers up on my website, a link down below. Until the next one, bye and take care foreign. Thanks for watching this video.